What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to be giving a tutorial on how to do lash clusters. So first, to start off, of course you've got to have your lash clusters, and then I like to start off with a lash serum to help keep my lashes protected and growing. I totally missed my eye right there. And then from then you're going to need a bond, a pair of tweezers, and a lash curler. So then I go ahead and I start curling my lashes. Now they're curled. And then from there, I like to put on my bond. First, you start with the bond, and I use Falscara, but you can use whatever brand you like. But for me, I get really bad allergic reactions, so this is the only lash bond and seal I can use that I don't get a reaction to. But when you start to apply it, you're going to want to apply it only to the root of your lashes. The reason is because you don't want the top of your natural lash to attach to the clusters, otherwise it will get in the way of the style. So try to keep that lash bond on the root of your natural lashes, because that's where we're going to stick them. After that, you're going to want to have created a lash map. So mine is 14, 16, 16, 18, 18. Then what you're going to want to do is grab the end of your bond applicator and start dragging it along the tops of those lash clusters that you have laid out. Wherever you have it, just make sure that you add that bond on top of there, because that is where it is going to adhere to our lashes, and it's going to last a lot longer if you make sure that you do this step. When I'm doing this step, I always go back over the same clusters that I already added bond to, just so that there is a decent layer there. Now that the end of your lash clusters are coated in bond, you are going to want to grab the first lash cluster that you're going to use, which will be in the inner corner of your eye, and you might find yourself needing to readjust the cluster and the tweezers, so go ahead and do that with your fingertips. Just try not to touch the bond part. And then you're going to want to kind of push and pull up a slight bit when you place these. For me, this didn't set quite the way I wanted to put it on, so what I do is I just poke a little bit and help adjust it to my lash, and they stay on pretty well. And I just keep poking a little bit so that it stays good to the end. And that's our first one, and you're just gonna go ahead and do the same thing with your falling ones, and I'll just let you watch me. I just put it at the root of my natural lash, push, and sometimes there's a little bit of poking done. This is not how everybody might do it, but this is how I personally do it. I found this works really great. They stay on for a good while, and I just continue to do that. Align the root of the lash cluster with the root of your natural lashes. This part really might take a few tries, especially as a beginner, but don't give up. You guys will have your lashes looking amazing in no time. Just keep trying and don't give up. The beauty in trying and learning something new is that you will get better as you go, but you just have to believe in yourself, and I promise you will get there if you're not there quite yet. So as I'm at what would have been my last lash, I look back and I realize, hey, this definitely needs one more lash just to make it perf. So that's exactly what we do. We go back, we put bond on another lash cluster, another 18 millimeter, and then we just go ahead, place that on there just the same way that we did all the rest. And I'm so excited to show you guys. You can see here the difference, and they definitely formed amazing, and it's definitely worth learning. You guys are totally welcome to skip this part of the video and skip to the sealing part, but I'm going to give you some more details on how I do my other eye. When I go to my next eye, I try to angle similarly to how I angled my other clusters on my other eye. I do it to the best of my ability. Definitely not perfect, and you can see I was struggling a bit here with this one, as this is my left eye and I'm right-handed, so you kind of have to reach over a little bit odd if it's the eye opposite to your dominant hand. Now I'm going to kind of speed through this for you guys. You can watch or slow down the video as you need to, but this is just me doing the rest of my eye. Now that we have both of our lashes done, it is time to seal them. First, I push on my lashes with the tweezers just to make sure that they're nicely adhered. And then from there, I open my bottle and I start to put the seal on those roots of my lashes. here are my lashes when they're done, but I had to be fancy, so here's my lashes with my makeup fully done. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this tutorial was helpful. If you'd like to see more tutorials like this, please subscribe.